Good morning, friends. Welcome to SBI Securities morning podcast. In today's podcast, we'll be discussing what to expect in Nifty and Bank Nifty from here on, as well as the key levels for both the indices. We'll also be discussing on the stocks and sectors in focus in trade today, as well as the next few trading sessions. First up, coming to the update in the global markets in trade yesterday. Yesterday, the US indices witnessed a sharp fall due to disappointing economic data, which overshadowed optimism about a potential interest rate cut by the Federal Reserve. So we had the Nasdaq, which was down 2.3%, the S&P 500 tumbled by 1.4%, and the Dow declined by 1.2%. Going ahead, the zone of 5,380 will act as the immediate support for S&P 500. Any sustainable move below the levels of 5,380 will lead to an extension of the correction up to the levels of 5,320. A quick look on Brent crude. So Brent crude slipped by nearly 2% in trade yesterday. Going ahead, any sustainable move below the levels of 79 will lead to a further correction towards the mark of 76.70. Coming to the update regarding our markets. So yesterday we had the weekly expiry. The benchmark index Nifty started on a record high, soaring past 25,000 for the first time ever, marking a historic milestone in the market. Despite this achievement, the index traded in a narrow range of just 121 points during the session and closed at levels of 25,010, gaining a modest 0.24%. This marks the fourth consecutive session of range-bound trading for the index. Going ahead, considering the gap down opening today for the markets, 24,780, 24,730 will act as the immediate support for the index. Any sustainable move below the levels of 24,730 will lead to further correction towards the 20-day EMA level, which is currently placed closer towards 24,540. On the upside, if we see the zone of 25,030 will act as the immediate hurdle for the index at the current juncture. Coming to the derivative data, so on the derivative front, the August futures ended on a flat note and the cumulative open interest of the current, next and far series has surged by 2.10%. Among the constituents of the Nifty index, 14 stocks have witnessed long built up, 12 stocks have witnessed a short covering rally, while 19 stocks witnessed a short built up and 5 stocks have witnessed long unwinding. Coming to the option chain data, we have 25,200 strike, which has witnessed significant call open interest, followed by 25,500, and on the put side it is mainly seen in 25,000 as well as 24,800 strike. From the weekly expiry perspective, if we see, the PCR is at 1, while for the monthly expiry we have the PCR which is at 1.52. Coming to the update regarding Bank Nifty, so the benchmark Bank Nifty marked a high of 51,877 in trade on Thursday and thereafter witnessed profit booking and ended on a flat note. Going ahead, considering the gap down opening for the markets, 50,800 is likely to act as a crucial support for the index. Any sustainable move below the levels of 50,800 would lead to further profit booking towards the mark of 50,350 in the short term. On the upside, if we see, resistance has shifted lower in the zone of 51,800. Coming to the option chain data, 52,000 has significant call open interest, followed by 52,500, and on the put side, if we see, 51,500 has substantial open interest, followed by the 51,000 strike. Coming to the key market indicators, so the volatility index India VIX has been trading in a zone of 11.27 and 13.4 since the last 6 trading sessions. Going ahead, any sustainable move below the levels of 11.6 will lead to a further correction up to the levels of 9.9 in the short term. Despite Nifty marked a fresh all-time high yesterday, the advanced decline favor was in the favor of the declining counters. Coming to the key sectors in focus, so technically we have Nifty Auto, Pharma, Healthcare, IT, Oil and Gas, CPAC. These are the sectors which are relatively holding and doing good at the current juncture. So the outperformance is relatively likely to be seen in this sector itself. Coming to the FIDI data, so FIIs purchased to the tune of 2,089 crores yesterday, while DIIs were net sellers to the tune of 337 crores. That's it from my end. Thank you for regularly listening to our podcast. Wishing you all a happy and energetic trading session. Thank you.
Investment in securities market are subject to market risks. Read all the related documents carefully before investing.